The Iron Eagle is one of the most glorious pets you're going to get. This pet allows you to see how beautiful this game actually is and how creative they have been. But getting them isn't as easy as it looks. At least for me, it wasn't. So through a lot of test and trial, I figured out the easiest way to get them. So if you're having trouble with them, I'm sure this video will help you out. And I got some good tips along the way. Now you are going to need the Sedai, the bird feeder. You're going to need that, and you're going to need Mercury or Platinum. All right, so we're right here above the A in Delesyia. And it's for this Iron Eagle. Now the Iron Eagle over here has a riddle attached to it, so you got to figure out what to do. Right here it says, step beyond the edge of darkness and grasp the handle of the dawn to awaken the slumbering steel. Offer the silver shards flowing through the Sedai and claim the wings of steel. Alright, so that's one clue. So we got to use this thing. There it is. Alright, so we got to put this thing in the ground right here. I'm going to take the meat out of it. Alright, now the second clue is this. See that circle here? And on a regular clock, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I tried 5 p.m. earlier. It didn't work. So now we're going to try 5 a.m. and see if that works. Now, for the silver, the only thing I found that I can put in here, it won't let me put silver coins in it or silver ore. So I'm going to try this thing, but I'm not going to put it in until 5 a.m. And right now it's 8:30 p.m. So I'll see you at 5 and we'll see if it works. So you got to be careful, because what we can do, we can feed it either mercury or platinum bar, which is kind of crazy, right? To feed this thing a platinum bar, because platinum bars are not easy to make. Well, I mean, they're easy to make. There's the resources are a pain. Here's our platinum bar. And like I said, we can also use mercury. Now, the thing is, other birds like pigeons or whatever in the area can take the platinum, so we want to be very careful. And I definitely recommend backing up a save. That's what I'm about to do right now. Right here we got some mercury, so let's back up our save. I definitely recommend to do this. That way we can always load that back up if this fails or some stupid little bird eats our stuff. But I would save closer to 445. Like these guys right here, these pigeons. This is what you gotta be careful for. And another thing, when you do your save, make sure you stow the actual bird feeder. Because if you don't do that, it's gonna get recovered and you're gonna have to go all the way back to your camp to pick it up. But these are the pigeons you want to be careful for, because they're going to come and grab your stuff. They could, for sure. So you want to scare them off right before. Yeah, so stow your thing before you save. I just learned the hard way, and I'm kind of glad that happened, because now I can tell you. I had to go all the way back to my camp. Alright, so now it's almost 4:45. See this circle? That is what we need. We need it to line up, and then we're going to be able to put it in. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the thing. I'll place it right here. In about 5 seconds, we'll be able to activate this. You don't need a Vision helmet on or none of that. Okay, there it was. There it is. Operate. Now, here it goes. This cutscene is really cool. I thought it was really well made for what it is. That's pretty cool. All right, now we're gonna put the stuff in here. All right, so I tried a few different tactics here and failed. I'm gonna show you which ones didn't work and which ones worked. And watch him come, make sure nothing else gets on here. Here he comes. Now, the other thing is a Mercury is going to take a lot. When we do this, where the hell did he go? So I'm just sitting there. You can't stand close to the thing because he won't come down. Like you have zero trust with this guy, and my stupid ass is sitting right next to it, all excited. But what I was saying, the platinum bar is going to do a lot more. It's going to get his trust almost instant. Shit, man. He doesn't like me. So I tried other stuff, put it in case he didn't like my platinum. And it made no difference. I waited and waited and waited and waited some more. And on my next attempt, I followed him. I chased him down. I ran all the way over to the water, tried to set it on the shore. So this time I'm going to preset it and see how this works. I just want to be able to give the easiest way to do this with the least amount of hassle. So now I'm putting it on this side because after the cutscene, he always ends up on this side. Now with Mercury, you want to put at least 20 pieces in there. That's what it's going to take. I'm going to fill this thing with some Mercury. There we go. Now we're going to go hit our switch here and see what happens. Now this switch can be a pain. Like you got to come at it from a weird angle. And I think it's a little past 445 actually. It seems to be available at about 450. And make sure you maneuver around this thing because it can be available. You got to come at it from a funky angle. You'll see that the square option pop up. Yeah, this is by far the coolest pet by far that we can get. There he goes. All right, so by placing it there, there he goes. So he goes on it right there. It's the perfect spot to put it because that way you don't have to put it down. You can like get in his area and then place the feeder. There he is. But this works a lot better because he flies off, and once he flies off, that's it. But he's doing it. And this is the part where if you use platinum, it'd be over in an instant. You'd just take it and that would be it. But Mercury's easier to get. I'll add a couple Mercury spots here at the end in case you don't know where they are. He's worth a platinum bar, I would say. Definitely is. But that is by far the best way to do this. I know I can't be the only person that was having trouble with this dude. And this part takes a long time with Mercury. What a beautiful sight. Yes. And just like that, we got the coolest pet in the game. Oh, dude, you are freaking awesome, bro. Grab your feeder and let your boy chill. This bird's much better than a cat or dog, in my opinion. I had an eagle before this. It just is a lot better at gathering items and helping you pick up loot. They're pretty awesome. Alright, so now in case you needed Mercury, I'm going to show you 2 spots you can grab it. Alright, now to do these Mercury spots, you do have to have certain skills. For Frost, you got to have Frost Imbuement. So you got to have this Frost, and you just got to activate it. Like, turn it on, and then shoot your arrow, and you'll be able to freeze. And your other option is if you beat Beloth, you'll have this helm. Here, I'll show you in a minute. This is where we're going. This is the spot. And when we get up here, I'm going to show you the helm and exactly what I'm talking about. So it's right here from Hernand, straight up in Payloon, right here, right by the W for wolf. Alright, so it's over here. These things are easy to tell because they're so shiny. You can tell it's not regular water. Especially if you drop from the sky, like from a Abyss Island. Alright, so now look at this helm. See how the helm has Glacier Domain. So I'm going to use that, but you can also use the arrows. So what you want to do is you want to activate this or your Frost, and then you freeze the water. And it's basically going to drain it, and then all this stuff's going to crack. And we'll have our stuff. See? There we go. Now look how much we get for one. I think it's great. I think it's an awesome score. And then this next spot's going to give us the same or more. Alright, now for the second one, we're right here. And there's the Abyss Nexus. We want to head straight up this hill. And it's going to be right up here. It's not far from us at all. Alright, now the same thing. Here's the exact GPS. I'm going to use the helm. And you can also use frozen arrows. The bottom line is you got to freeze the water somehow. It's almost like it's polluted. I mean, if you absolutely had to, you can do the R2 and swear, like the straight Frost Mantle. See, it actually worked. It doesn't work great though, so I would rather do the arrows or the helm. Yeah, let's just do the helm. Oh, yeah, those chunks are huge. This is going to be a lot. Nice score. This is definitely an effective way. All right, that's it.